out here working on this. This is a computer speaker, like for your computer. It's old. I've been had it, but I was like, I need a little bit more power out of the amp. Let me see that. Let me hold it. The amp. So I mounted this. It's an El Cheapo. You see that thing say 800 watts. You know that's a lie. I knew it was a lie. But I needed something that came with these two speakers right here that I mounted last week. But it's loud. You can still hear it. No problem. You can hear it. But it ain't loud like I want it. So I've been out here tinkering. Now I'm gonna give y'all a sound of the speakers just hooked up to this amp. And then I'm gonna give y'all a sound of why I took this. Now remember, this right here hooks up to 110, 120. I took it apart and took the transformer out of it. Well, before I took the transformer out of it, I tested it to see how much power it was giving off, and it said around 18 volts. But I'm gonna show you the pieces that came out of it. This is the transformer that came out of it. Now this part went to the actual cord that plugs in the wall. I'm gonna keep it because I can use it for something else, like to run something in the shop. This part hooks up to the amp, and it puts out 18 volts. But if you, well, we're putting out 18 volts, it actually probably puts out, give or take, I didn't test it right here, I tested it right here, which is 18 volts. Now right here, it might be 25 volts, but they using resistors to bring it down. That's why they got a fuse right here, to break it down to 18 volts, which wouldn't hurt that amp, the little amp that's inside of there with that speaker. So what I done, after I tested it, seen it put out 18 volts, I just tapped into the wires and ran this wire and tested it off in 12 volts. Now we know if something is running, it's giving off more than 12 volts. It's putting off probably around 14, might be 14.5 volts when it's running, because it got to keep the battery charged. And it's side by side the same way. It's putting off like 14 volts. You can see that on the dash when I crank it up. But I did that and tested it, see what it run off 12 volts by using my jumper box. And that jumper box fully charged is putting off about 14 volts. And at the lowest, 12. So I just hooked it up demo today, and I also ran this extra wire right here off in the speaker that's underneath here. That little speaker sub that's in there, I tied into it. And this right here gonna go to my other speaker. I'm gonna get me 2 more speakers to put in the back. I might find me some 6x9s and mount me some 6x9s in the back. That way they got something to feed from that's powered by the amp. Okay, but also, well, I'm gonna take it apart and I'm gonna let you hear it without this. Cause I just got a jerry rig right now just to see what it worked. I had to order the ends. And I got some, these are female ends. I got some double male ends, cause the end coming off of that amp is a plug wire. I mean a male end. So I'm gonna unplug it from the amp right here. Plug it in here. And I'm gonna let y'all hear it with just this amp. So it's just coming with whatever volume is coming off the phone is all it's playing off of. So you can see how loud it is.
I used to shut up to the freeze, had them shaking, but I switched it up when she started getting shut out. The niggas was solid, turned out they were faking and hating and really just wanted my place. I really came up from the bottom of the base.
Now, cut it back off. Oh shit. And now I'm gonna plug it back up where it's powering from that amp and feeding through this amp and also powering this sub. So now I gotta plug back into this double female, which I got plugged into this, which goes to the amp. Plug that in, and I'm gonna turn my volume down. While I ain't cut this on yet, can you mash this button to cut it on? But I got the volume all the way up on this. So turn my volume. Well, it won't do it with it off. Okay, I'm turning my volume down so you can hear it when it start up. Cut it on. And now this is the sound coming through here, then going into this, and then coming out the speakers. Okay, now listen. Oh, I got to. What in the world? Oh, shoot. Do I got it plugged up right? Oh, I ain't got it on right here. Okay, hold on. My bad. But here we go. Now I'm finna turn it up. Now I'm doing this from the phone. And I'm gonna show you that volume right here too. Now I'm gonna turn it all the way up. Got to that back, need a chip like a roof. Now I can take care of my mother. Just got me a house, watch the price of another. This check out the break, got a turn up now with it on here. Don't mean I can down it, I'm chilling, but I can't block if you want it. Right, don't want to turn up. It don't never work right when you're trying to video it.
I see you out there shining.
It ain't want to turn up on my phone. Hold on.
There you go. It's just good.
I'm gonna turn it on. Let me turn it down right here, and then see what it turn up. Now I just tested it just a minute ago. Everything I turned it all the way up. That thing was loud as I'll get up. Let me see it playing.
Hey, all this shit off the muscle, that struggle was tough in the bitch like a knuckle. Got to that back, needed chips like a rough.
Hold on. I'm just gonna turn it down right here, and then I'm gonna just play it from my phone so I can get the volume up. I don't know what in the world, why it's not turning up.
Hey, all this shit off the muscle, that struggle was tough. Got to that back, needed chips like a rough, flip double. Now
for some odd reason it don't want to work. I don't know why.
This check out the brain, got came up out some violence, don't mean I can but I keep the block if you want it.
Hey shorty, checking up on you.
Now y'all see how loud that is. I got a short in this end, which I'm gonna take this off anyway. Put another one on there. But now it's turned all the way up on the phone. Now that's my bad. I ain't know it was a short right there. But now this how loud it is.
Y'all finally new hater. Just walked out the truck, that shit brought out the fakers window, so I know pussy niggas gon' hate it. Can't go by the home if I ain't on the dangerous. Got lasers on all of these boxes, they names.
Now that's the volume coming from this amp being transferred through this amp out through the speaker. So you see how loud it is. But I just learned I got a short. So I gotta show you the flaws too. But when I just tested it, it worked fine. And now I see I got a short right here in this piece, which this gonna get cut off anyway. And I'm probably gonna take this off and all the volume I'm gonna have is just on my phone. So I'm gonna take this off and I gotta tap into the power wire, so I gotta wait to cut this on. And then just take the volume and all that out of it. But I didn't want to show y'all how loud it is just now that I got this speed through that.
Watch the price of another. This check out the brain, got a die if you want it. Came up out the dollars, don't mean I condone it. I'm chillin', but I keep the Glock if you want it. Hey.
And this just tinkering. Like I say, this just a rough hookup just to show you. You see, I had an issue, but I had to figure out what the issue was. And the issue was that there's a short in this end right here. I didn't know that. But once I twisted it, it worked. But I'm just showing y'all, explore your mind and just try stuff. If you don't think it'll work, just try it. Just to prove to yourself that it don't work. But I knew if I feed this power from this amp through this amp, which I already know they were lying about the 800 watts. I knew that. But it's the El Cheapo. This kit wasn't but just this amp and those two speakers was, I want to say around $60-something or something on Amazon. But I want a little bit more volume. It's loud, you can hear it while the engine running, you can hear all that. Yeah, I'm sweating like a hog because it's hot out here. But I knew if I could add it more power through here, I can get that extra volume out of here. So to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this actual speaker and stuff in this box, but I might take it out and I might just use the amp out of here. Just use the amp system and mount it inside of here. That way everything is inside of here and then feed into these speakers. But I'm just showing you how it works, and then I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna get another set of speakers and put it in the back. I ain't made up my mind, but I just want to test it out to make sure that it will work. But appreciate you watching. Thanks.
Rips Country Hood. I should have said subscribe.
You done cut it off.